Good evening, friends. It had been a tough day today. Why I'm saying it had been a tough day today is if we look on a 15 minutes chart, the day started off with a negative move, followed by a strong climb by buyers, but then it ended up with a fall in prices. And when we look at the complete day in one snap view, this is what we see: a horizontal move as compared to the previous doji day or the previous spinning top day, and this was also a spinning top day. It did not close above 25078, which was the previous high. However, it made an intraday high above 2578, and it went as high as to 25121. This has been the day primarily. It went as per what we had predicted, that it could be a bearish day or a horizontal small body will be formed. Now, what I want to bring to your mind in front in your mind is that what exactly is happening in the market. You see, let me move to a bigger chart. You see, now we had a correction here. This is a monthly chart of Nifty. We had a correction here that was at 18,000 levels, and then the Nifty moved up from that price level straight up to 25,000 levels. Whenever this particular move is called a trending move, you see prices are moving one after another in one single direction. This is a trending move. It is a trending move. Whenever the prices trend, see, there is a correction which happens. The correction can be a vertical fall like which happened here, or it could be a horizontal consolidation like what happens here. The word consolidation comes from military management, wherein the attacking army conquers a lot of land and then consolidates its position before doing the next offensive attack. So in a similar fashion, the buyers is like one unit of army which attacked the sellers. It corrected and then it again attacked, and now we are at a much elevated position or a peak. So if we look on a weekly chart, we on a daily chart, let's look up on a daily chart. We are consolidating now. Do you see? After every trend move there is a consolidation move, and when consolidation move happens, what happens is there are a lot of sellers which are sitting on the top and there are buyers which are sitting at the bottom. So we have a lot of buyers because as soon as the price comes here, the price moves up, and as soon as the seller's price reaches this point peak of 25078, the sellers start coming in. You would see this today in today's chart very clearly. The prices fell, and as soon as the prices came to the previous low, it started climbing. It started climbing, and as soon as the prices went about 25078, the sellers came in, and see how drastic the fall was. So this is a phenomena which will happen for a few days, and when this phenomena happens, what type of price patterns will we see? We will see a motion like this: up, down, but in a horizontal way. You see, in a pattern like this, there was a harami formation, a small body, and the prices fell. Now this was a steep fall which happened in single day. You see a small body, and this was a large enveloping body. But however, this is a consolidation stage. So we are again in a consolidation stage as of now. Either the sellers will get exhausted. How will we end up from this is either the sellers will get exhausted and the price will break free and will move up, or the sellers will continue pushing it down. But considering the Indian market, we are very bullish, considering other macroeconomic factors and the amount of money which is coming in through mutual funds, and which is getting pumped into the stock market and other things. So we are bullish, but then the correction or consolidation phase will take its own toll or time, which means that we can expect a fall like this if there is this thing, and it will make a pattern. There will be a pattern formation which will happen here, and that will only indicate whether when we will move up. Whether we will move up is not a question. We will move up, but then this is the time to stay and stay away from buying fresh investments, because there would be a lot of opportunity of buying which can come in at this level. And supposingly we break this and the sellers get exhausted, which will take time, but supposingly that happens, then yes, we should see a long green candle forming here and then moving up. For the time being, the outlook remains bearish to neutral. When I say neutral, I mean a horizontal move like this. A small body candle or a little bigger candle than this body candle forming between these two ranges, this and this. Now it is 25 129 and 24 964. Now we will maintain ourselves within this range, uh, or we may drop, whatever the case may be. But the bullish force had been very strong. That's the reason we are seeing two small bodied candles forming at this apex level. Earlier in earlier this thing, you see, after one small bodied candle, we saw a huge red candle coming in the next day. Small bodied candle, a huge red body candle. Small bodied candle, a red bodied candle. Small bodied candle, a red bodied candle. We were in a similar fashion in starting from March to June, but this time it is holding up for the time being. Let's see what happens in the future. Thank you, friends. It was little longer, but I needed to explain you this principle of consolidation. And yes, there is one point which is left, is who is actually selling. That's a beautiful question. They are the smart investors who are selling. Why I call it a smart investor? Because anybody who had bought here, the people who bought here at this consolidation phase, they have pulled the prices up like this, and they are now selling and doing a profit making. And these are the smart investors who were able to drive the prices higher. They are emptying their positions and this thing, and they are fresh investors who are holding up at this level, with a point that they will be able to push the prices much higher. That's the how the two parties between buyers and sellers, the struggle happens. Thanks for the time being. Bye bye.